I'm bold and beautiful. This is a woman's world.
Many years ago, while studying at the University of the West Indies, I recall an incident which took place outside the medical library. Two colleagues of mine were sitting on a bench. A car drove up and attempted to parallel park. It was painful to watch. The driver kept going back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, while my colleagues watched the entertainment. At one point, one of my peers said to the other, "Watch her now, watch her now." She soon ended up in the ditch, followed by a big dirty laugh. The car finally came to a stop, and my colleague again commented, "It must be a woman. Them can't drive in her," followed by another dirty laugh. Without saying a word, my other colleague got up, said goodbye, and walked toward the car in question. It turns out that the driver was his wife. The other fellow got up and quietly slinked off back into the library. Men love to stereotype women drivers as being inferior, tentative, and cowardly on the road. Maybe I am hanging out with the wrong women, but that has not been my observation. Yes, my mother was timid, but most of the other women I have driven with are savage. Whenever you see someone driving off with screeching tires or music blaring and zigzagging like a jackass, it is usually a man. Men tend to be more aggressive and outlandish on the road and are more prone to road rage. But some women don't ramp at all. One of my female friends has frequent meetings with traffic cops. She drives from Ocho Rios to Kingston in like 15 minutes. Her car is like a virtual rocket, but she handles the vehicle like a boss. She told me of an incident where she maneuvered into a very tight parking space, only to alight from her car to hear applause from a group of men watching her from upstairs a building, who were absolutely amazed at her skill. Another one I know alighted from her car with a wheel lock to lick down a minibus driver who did bad driver and cussed too bad word after her. I am very wary of stereotypes. Women drivers, to me, are no worse than men. Enough respect to the ladies.
Thank you, Dr. Michael Abrahams. Like Dr. Abrahams finally got it right. And since this is a woman's world, let us now give our opinion on how well women can drive. Because
Well, I'm the best driver I know.
I think I'm pretty. No, all right, big woman thing. When people tell me I drive like a man, I take it as a compliment. So I guess maybe there's some part of me that feels like,
Okay.
you know, they're better. But when I cuss people on the road, invariably it turns out to be a man. So what that mean?
I think they're more reckless and they're more aggressive. And I think that women tend to be a little bit more timid on the road. So
Them afraid.
They may do
Afraid.
some things with
Because men are driving
and it's
crazy.
out of fear. And especially since most taxi drivers are men, I'm going to say that we are better drivers because if we were to use taxi men to judge how men drive,
Apart from the recklessness, apart from the driving on the right side of the road, men are, in my observations, less fearful. And I think that is what ends up being a disadvantage for women. They're timid, they're scared. I remember this one incident. I'm on the Mandela Highway coming into town, and there's this lady who was trying to switch lanes. And I kid you not, the lady reached to one point in the road and she stopped. I mean, this is like Mandela, you know, 80 kilo zone, you know, and the lady stops in order to switch lanes. No, I don't understand it.
Right.
I really don't. And I think if women drivers are less cowardly and just have some confidence, I mean, that's really all what you need.
but they
beyond
do endure
just
a
a
lot
technical.
of bullying though. So
Exactly.
you find that fear is kind of hard to overcome because the minute you make a mistake, there's like a row of cars with male drivers telling you, yeah, idiot.
But it's just
or,
personality
you know?
because them can't call me upon the road. Man, go ya.
Well, they
it's
may not
very-
be able to call me and you, but some people give into it. Some women do give into it. And so you end up you make it even worse because now you're scared because you have all these men shouting at you, telling you to do something else, and they just need to stop.
Yeah, but when I heard him talking about that parking and go forward and back, and I have seen it, and let me tell you, it is amusing to watch. Cause you're
It's
like,
just that with them
"Are you for
precise,
real?"
man. Oh God, I know wicked. It's them just to make
The
sure
truth
that
is
them
the
do
way
it
the-
perfectly.
No,
Truth
no,
is,
miss.
every time I've seen it, it's been women.
Yeah, a true man.
But here's the
So
thing.
I can see where that stereotype
Where
was
it comes
born.
from.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with men drivers, with male drivers, no. This is what works against them ego.
Yeah.
Right? And their arrogance. Them wicked on the road, you know. I mean wicked good.
Yeah.
Like them can drive, and of course them have the confidence and it's nice, and when them drive and them kind of lean back and it's really cool, great. But you see when them have
It's
the
really cool.
no,
but
it can
I'm
look
sexy
no,
this
it can,
too, man.
yeah, like
No,
you-
no, me think
nobody
it's
want a
cool.
man
It's a
with just
thing.
hitch
No,
up right
you
there,
know,
so
you
like
know
I
there's something
drive,
there
so-
where the seat all the way back around here.
No,
No,
not
not
like
that full.
that, but
Not
just
like
like
that.
really
But
chill,
they're not
kind of like
chill and
this,
handling.
like and when them drive with one hand like this, and them turn, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Unlike the taxi man the other day, tied with the tent.
No,
the 22.
listen, if I see you hold the steering wheel at a 10 to 2,
we don't want
I'm
that.
afraid.
We
I
don't
say
want
no.
that. But the egos, the arrogance, that's what makes men kind of reckless on the road. If
Yes.
you just hold it and just do what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do and not bully people, then men could win. But because them can't do that and them can't hold it and them frightened and them
We
caught
are
up
the
with
winners.
everything else, women, I don't know, to
We are the
me,
better drivers.
we also have less accidents, I believe, like insurance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We are.
Insurance.
Because
So
we're
that-
better drivers. Yeah. We
I
don't
think
really need to do any research. We know this.
It's
We know
it's a
this.
fact. It's a fact. And I think it's full-time, gentlemen. Is this my camera? It's full-time, gentlemen, that you begin to give the women drivers the respect that we deserve because it's woman time now.
Here, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Can we go to a break now? Like, have I made my point?
Should jump up on our
Baritone in
soapbox
our-
now.
I become a feel strong about it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break and we have much, much more coming on. Stay with us.
I'm bold and beautiful. This is a woman's